This is Mary Omni from the House of King David, and this is a Republic Notice on November the 12th, 2014. The title of this Republic Notice is called The PISSI Division of Black Men. The PISSI Division of Black Men. Now, I have explained PISS before. It's patriarchal indoctrination subjugation syndrome. Since the black male is a patriarch, he is indoctrinated in patriarchal things. At the same time, he is subjugated. So he develops a syndrome, and this syndrome causes a split and division within himself. Therefore, what we see on display on the internet, and this is just the cyber world, keep that in mind. There's the real world and the cosmic reality. Now, the cosmic reality is different from this cyber space and world. Now, this cyber world of black men who reality is third dimension based without any ascendancy or in elevation of real activation, they are split within themselves, and as a result, they have all these different groups. You have all these different Hebrew Israelite groups. You have black men who's part of the Nation of Islam. You have black men who part of this Muslim sect, who part of the Nation of Islam Muslim sect. You have black men who saying that Africa is the way, African spirituality. You have black men who saying they Hebrew Israelites that believe Hispanics and natives are Hebrew Israelites. You have other black men and other different Hebrew Israelite sects within themselves constantly arguing with each other. You have this constant debates of black male from this sect and that sect, and the Moors against so-and-so, and the Moors against SETI, and the Hebrew Israelites against the Moor, and the Hebrew Israelites against the Muslims, and you know, this back and forth, Brother Polite against SETI, and you know, it never ends, because PISS is insanity. And this is the insanity of black men on display for the world to witness and see. That at the time of Armageddon, and we're in Armageddon, they are arguing in a piss frenzy with each other. They are divided in their piss frenzy insanity. At the Armageddon is going on, and these children are being raped in foster cares. In foster care, they're being confiscated from their mothers. You know, the housing discrimination, educational discrimination, you know, is going on. Meanwhile, the NAACP seems to be the succubus and incubus, gatekeeping, blocking energy, which are black men. The Urban League, another succubus energy, and incubus blocking energy. The Black Caucus, mostly men. So these divisions of men follows the traditions of men, and this is why they are insane. They are insane, and see, what makes them insane is they have something that their ancestors did that they can't get beyond their piss insanity to come under one banner of. The white man and all his cohorts could come under in corporate doctrines and solidify under corporate doctrines and go against the Constitution. But these black men rather go through all this nonsense rather than looking at the Constitution and coming as a whole body of the 15th Amendment under the Constitution and putting all that other stuff secondary. They don't have the intelligence because they don't have the ascendancy, and their traditions of men is piss. They wanted to oppress their women, and the karma of them wanting to oppress their woman is the piss price we see in front of us. They're being oppressed in their own piss. They're drowning in their own piss. They're arguing in their own piss. And as a result, they're a severe dereliction of duty. And this is why black women do not follow them. I'm starting to see black women set up camps. It's a shame, but I have to tell you, these traditions of men are insane. You're seeing the insanity, the culmination of insanity of them being imbalanced, not being with women, and not having no solidification of the Holy Covenant Constitution that was left to them. They don't have the sense. They don't have a sixth sense to grab onto that contract and hold it as a solid base, even though they're the 15th Amendment. And those enemies are jealous that they're the 15th Amendment. And they want to kill them for even having it, because they see that they are in dereliction and they arguing over stuff that don't even make sense. Instead of serving James 1:27, the women and children, and holding on to the Constitution that their ancestors 150 years ago was way more elevated than them spiritually, mentally, psychologically, and intelligently to put together. And they don't have enough sense to grab it. This is Mary Omni from the house of King David. Don't follow traditions of men. They are poorly leading blacks in other nations. They are poor in their leadership right now. And as a result of them being imbalanced, they are just as imbalanced as in corporate doctrines. This is Mary Omni from the house of King David. Shalom.